What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Real Talking Healthy Food. It's your girl. Just come on in the room, grab your drinks, let's talk. I already recorded a video, but let's get into the shits. I decided to re-record another video because y'all will never see it, but like I said, this smells like a fucking setup. This situation feels like a setup. We're in a democratic state. Yesterday, they stated that we're in Kentucky's in a state of emergency, or Louisville is an emergency. And right when I was editing the video or putting my little stuff on there, and shout out to Jada Digital for my intro and outro. So shout out to you, sis. But you know, they sent us a message saying that we're under curfew now. We're under curfew. So everybody needs to start heading home, is what the message said. And I heard it go off on my neighbor's phone too. And, as disheartened, as sad, I popped off in the last video. But, as I said in my other video, as disheartened and as saddened as I am by this verdict, are we really surprised? And then on top of that, this shit smells fishy. It smells like something else. It smells like something else is going on. Something ain't all the way right with this shit. And with the stuff that the attorney general was saying, which he was saying a whole lot of nothing to me, with Breonna's murderer not being charged with murder and getting some bullshit fucking indictments and with a $15,000 bond or bail or whatever the fuck, right? He was charged with some bullshit. The details really don't matter at this point because it ain't like the motherfucker's really gonna serve no time. So it's just like this is some bullshit. People are downtown protesting. I'm in the Ville right now, and everything is boarded up, closed down. This, I feel like, is a fucking setup. I really do. And, even though my heart of hearts wants this motherfucking city to burn down, you know, there's a bigger shit at play right now. The Democrats are using the black plight um, as a way to manipulate the vote. The Republicans are using the pedophiles vote, a pedophile problem, as a way to manipulate their vote. They're using this the way that they got Obama elected by manipulating shit and swaying the people into voting a particular type of way. And, looking at it on surface level as a black woman, you look at it one way and you get mad and emotional and sad and angry. Looking at it from a bird's eye view, you can see all the pieces playing. The way the police is lined up downtown, the way that they were already prepared for this verdict. They had been boarding up shit. So we already knew what time it was. And we can't really be surprised. I think the thing is what we need to figure out for ourselves is how we're going to move next. What is the best move for us collectively and then for ourselves individually and our families and our inner circles. I think that's what we need to be focused on because at the end of the day, this shit is motherfucking rigged. At the end of the day, they're using our problems to manipulate what it is that they want. And we have to also keep in mind that these are the same motherfuckers who make 50 and 100-year plans. And anybody who's well read and knows the basics, who's read the Behold a Pale Horse and who's read the Art of War and Medical Apartheid in 1984 and Brave New World and shit like that. People who's already in the mix. People who have the understanding that this is spiritual warfare. People who have the understanding of that need to brace themselves for what's to come. And with that alert, I'm glad I switched up the narrative of my topic because at the end of the day, this is bad versus good. This is evil versus good. And I just feel like we really need to do our best to be on the side of righteousness, because at the end of the day, there's a whole lot of shit playing simultaneously. We're in the revelation time. I was speaking with somebody who's on the shit, but not on the shit like I'm on the shit. They're really looking at the shit surface level. I look at shit a little bit deeper because, yes, of course, we have an issue with systematic racism, but we have to keep in mind that there's a bigger thing going on where we have to put racism aside and see what's being used to manipulate us, the people. I personally feel that while we got some time, we need to do our best to get to the times of old and remove yourself from this system. Period. What I learned as being raised as a Jehovah's Witness, although I'm not religious and I choose to um, honor my ancestors and I worship in a different way, I feel like now is the time to just really do your best to stand on the side of righteousness and be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Because those times that, the people that you may call conspiracy theorists or preppers or shit like that, I think you need to get on that level and get your ass strapped up, save your motherfucking money, look at where the money is moving and what's going on, because these types of situations are, especially if you're in a democratic state, they're being used to manipulate you. Them motherfuckers ain't never gave a fuck about no black folks, and they still don't right now. Look at the motherfucking verdict. And then they use this black attorney general to say a whole lot of nothing. So at the end of it all, and with this alert that I just got on my phone, was it alerted me a different way. And you better get strapped the fuck up. And that's just how I feel right now. You better get strapped up and start growing your motherfucking food, like I always said. And as much as I really don't want to go into the next season, because having a garden is a whole lot of work, you better start getting ready, because soon you ain't gonna have no options. And with this second wave of shit going on, you better motherfucking get ready, especially if you're in a democratic state. And at the bare minimums, if you're in the city, you need to get out the city. And that's what I'm going to be working on, is getting out of the city. Get the fuck out of the city. Okay? Because they're using our shit against us. And what that verdict means is they could come in your house, blast your motherfucking ass, and ain't a goddamn thing that you can do about it. And you know what? Just tell your family, take the money and go. That's what you tell your family to do. And that's what I'm going to tell my family to do. If it happens to me, take the money and go. Period. It ain't no reason to be doing all that, because they don't give a fuck about you anyway. And it ain't like it's going to be a motherfucking thing that's going to change nothing. And that's just really how I feel. And I really have no hope. Period. At the end, I don't believe. I hate to be the gloom and doom and all of this. It ain't gonna be one of these motherfuckers who's gonna save us, because they don't give a fuck about you, me, black, white, Mexican, or whatever the fuck you is. So it is what it is. So you better get ready, stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready. Do what you got to do to get on deck. And I advise you to start watching some survival and preparation videos. And if you want to just be a sheep and go back into the matrix like the nigga did on the Matrix, do you. I'll see you on the other side. You feel me? But I'm not about to be spending a whole lot of time on this, analyzing a whole bunch of shit that is not gonna change. I'm so glad that alert went off, because it woke me back up to realizing what the fuck is really going on. They never gave a fuck about us, especially if you black. The election is 50 something, 60. Let's see, what is almost October? A month and some change away. How much days is it? Not a whole lot of days. So they're going to do whatever it is that they got to do to get what the fuck it is that they want done. And these is people of power, people of means, and they don't give a fuck about us. And I'm just, I'm not sorry. They don't give a fuck about you. None of them. Not Trump. They don't give a fuck about those Chester molesters. Them motherfuckers been Chestering, molestering kids for decades, eons, since the Roman times, which that's what our shit is based off of. And we are Rome. Rome is about to fall. We are Babylon. It's over. You know what I'm saying? So just stand on the side of righteousness, stay prayed up, and get your family ready. I advise you team up with your family and figure out you a plan because at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so now thank you, Obama, you know, under martial law that he implemented in 2009, signed the executive order, which means they could come in, lock your ass up for nothing. No phone call, no nothing. Indefinitely. That's what it fucking says. And with all this new shit being churned out, I'm just saying, don't go to no camps. Don't go to them FEMA camps because you're going to get put them in the dirt. And I advise you fight until the end because I don't think it's going to be like the Japanese in 1942. You have a little experience and then you get to go home. I think that this is the time where they're implementing the New World Order. And that's what I fucking think because they want that civil unrest. They want us to be all fucked up. And as much as I want them to burn down the city halls and as much as I want them to kick in the doors and start beating motherfuckers up, you know, we have to look at the reality of things. And the reality is the shit ain't gonna change. The reality is they don't give a fuck. The reality is you gotta get ready. The reality is this is good versus evil. And that's it. And that's just how I feel about it. Because the black me wants to look at it at the surface. The reality is, it's not about that. They use that as a way to divide and conquer us and implement things that benefit the real evil motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about I'm gonna pause, you know, on the names. I'm already shadow banned, so fuck it. The Rothschilds, the Bloombergs, all them fucking old ass, nasty ass, Chester devil worshiping ass weirdos. That's the motherfuckers that we got to be worried about. So there it is, you know. And like I said in the last video, when they got that settlement and they started boarding up downtown, and they started shutting the places down early downtown, I already knew what time it was. But let me know what you think because I got other shit to do. I was done recording at 8. Now it's 8:22. I got the alert and I had to switch up the tempo. So let me know what you think down below. Let me know how you feel, especially the men, ladies. Let me know how you feel. You know, I really like to read the comments and know how you feel. Please make sure that you're subscribed. You know, maybe I said something wrong and now YouTube ain't fucking with me again. But please make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you hit me up on the gram. You know, share if you care, share if you dare, especially if you're a Care Bear. And I'm going to have some announcements coming up at the end of the week once I get done doing things that I need to do on the back end because the movement don't stop just because it's the end. You feel me? So anyway, peace, love, and hair grease and all that jazz. I'm out. Peace.